Yo, welcome back. This is Stu42 with another Minecraft video. Last time we did a bunch of stuff getting some nuclear set up. This time I really want to get a bunch of automation done. Hopefully automating some of these bits and pieces here to get our uranium refined. So I'm just going to jump right in and do that. So we've only got logistics pipes at the moment. So we've got some chassis. We're going to need, what's it called? Supplier? Yeah, active supply module I think is what we want, which needs a passive one. Let's use that. Rose red most likely has, pretty cool. Cool, so let's grab one. How many are we going to need? How many machines have we got? 3, let's grab... You know what, let's grab another one. Actually, another couple. I'm sure we'll use them. And now the active supply module. Cool. If you get there fast enough with all the clicks. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So there's our supply module. We need some extractors. Sure. Let's grab 3 of those. And most importantly, we need to put our hazmat back on. So what I'm planning on doing is, I'm hoping I can do this out one side of this. So if I put that there, I'm actually hoping I'm going to be able to put the active supplier and the extractor in there. And then we're going to need ore washing. So we're going to need this guy. And we're going to need our wrench. So we're looking at supplying items to keep stocked. You know what? Let's just keep... Oh, you can't change the number. Oh yeah, right click. There we go. So if we say 4 in there, we're going to also want... We're going to want one on that, and we're going to want one on this thing as well. Ugh, that's annoying. Crushed uranium. Okay, so let's put the uranium in there. So it's going to wash. We're going to need my jetpack, because I want to put this one there. I don't have any of those. Let's go on there, on there. Now you can see I've actually added this glass above because we were getting lightning storms, which wasn't too fantastic. I just thought, you know what, I don't really want to have lightning hitting everything and potentially destroying stuff. That's not where I wanted it to be. Okay, so there's that there, that there. Cool, so we're one shy of doing that. I really want to get all the stuff programmed in first. So let's have that. And we now have purified. The purified needs to go into the thermal centrifuge. So if we... Now I'm using active just in case stuff gets stored somewhere. So if we use a passive supplier basically means that anything in the network will be sent there. But if it's not in the network already, the active one should request it from out of the drawer there. Now, if we end up with overflowing this and end up with too much, washed stuff that ends up in one of our chests down there, we do actually want to drag it back out and make sure it's all processed. So that's why we're using active supply modules. This thing here is going to need... This is going to be a little bit more complicated because we're going to need to set up some crafting. Let's hook this up and see if this actually... This actually works. Have I got... I'm just never sure when that uranium becomes toxic. I have a feeling it's the next stage. There we go. So here comes something. Awesome, 4 of them. Now what will happen is this should get down, I think we set to bulk 50, which means I think when it gets down to 2, it'll request more. It's 2, and here comes some more. And yeah, it'll keep making sure that there's sort of 4 in there. So it'll get down to 2, maybe get down to 1, and then put another one in there. That's good. That means it's going to continue working. Also, looks like our extractor is working just perfectly on the same block as well, which is cool. So everything, I think, is going to default. Yeah, so look, we've got some purified in here already, as well as tiny piles. So this is exactly what I thought was going to happen. This is why we don't use the passive supplier, because we'll end up with a bunch of purified crushed ore sitting in this chest, not going anywhere. But we are getting some tiny piles of uranium, and we're getting a bunch of stone dust in there. Well, we're going to have to deal with that as well, because there's going to be tons of it. All right, so the next thing that we're going to have to do is we're going to try and figure out how to do the crafting. Now, the auto crafting, I haven't actually looked this up ahead of time. There may be an auto crafting table. So you know what I'm going to do, rather than you guys watch while I'm fumbling through this, I'm going to run away, do a little bit of research, and see what we're going to do for crafting, because there's a couple of things that we're going to need to craft to put into here, and then hopefully, yeah, maybe we can even automate putting the turning the nuclear on and off, and automate getting the rods all the way down there. It should be good. We're up to, 154 millibuckets. That's not too bad, not too bad. All right, I'll see you guys back here in just a second once I've figured out what we're going to do next. See you in a bit. Okie dokie, so I've had a look, and I'm going back to one of my old methods of doing things, which is the cyclic assembler. So where is that? Cyclic assembler there. Yep, cool. Let's use this now. We want basic because we've got it. Most likely, yep, done. Cool, and I think, yeah, awesome, okay. So I've made a bunch of the components to begin with. So let's grab 2 of those. We're going to need some schematics. I'm going to need to put these somewhere. You know what? I'm going to put them there, and we're going to turn off all of that. Turn off all of that. Now, can we? How can we make the schematic? We're going to have to make something called a machinist's workbench, I think. So I think that's the only way to program them. Machinist's workbench, that one. Let's go with that. Most likely tin, copper, sure. We are missing a crafting table. Well, that's a nice easy one to fix. Wood. Come on. No, do that. Yes, cool. Everything comes in. Machinist workbench. Let's put it, I don't know, there. There will do. There we go. So now we can write something into there. Now what we're going to do is put this on there. There are 2 things that I actually want to make. I want to make the scrap into scrap boxes, because that's going to be a lot nicer. So what do we do? Right, schematic. So that one is now 1 scrap box with 9 scrap. And we're going to need, clear the grid. Now let's see. Got everything on. Scuba, hazmat, rubber boots. Yep. Oh, look at this. We're getting a ton of this stuff. Tiny pile of uranium. Awesome. So this is going to be 235 across the middle, and the big stuff across the top and bottom makes that right schematic. Cool. And now up there we're going to have, let's put the scrap box one on that side and the uranium one on that side. Awesome. And now if we put this stuff back, we'll see we're getting these tiny piles of lead dust. I'm going to have to deal with that as well. I might have to have a bank of cyclic assemblers somewhere just to deal with some of this sort of stuff. Although I suppose it's going to run out pretty shortly of uranium. How much have we got? Oh, 0. Alright, so in the intervening time we've actually processed it all anyway. So that's done. That's doing the last couple of bits. That's fantastic actually, that's really good. Okay, so now I'm going to need to put some stuff into here. So we are going to try and probably go on the top. No, because it's going to hit that. So let's go in the back. Now we are going to have to make the back, how do we make it both input and output? Oh, this is going to be annoying. So we're going to have input at the back or output at the back, and output at the back, and we're going to have to go, we are going to have to go at the front now. Do I have any bad material? No, I don't. Which means I can take my thing off. So let's go there and there, and we are just going to have to go with, those aren't connecting. Those aren't connecting. Why are they not connecting? That's a bit odd, isn't it? So why is that not connecting? Oh, grey. Grey would work. Means everything. But those aren't connecting to the machines for some reason. Whoa. That was close. Nearly got hit with some uranium. So those aren't working for some reason. But does the gold pipe work? Gold pipe? Oh, okay. So I'm guessing it was just a graphics bug, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, okay, they're connecting now. So we're going to need active supplier. Now, which one was which? This one is the scrap box. Let's do that one last because it's going to be a bit of a pain. So we do the fuel here. So that's going to be the extractor. We're going to need some of these. It's getting annoying having to swap this over all the time. The good news is once it's done though. So we need to have one of those in the junction. And we're going to have that there. And that there. Oh, did that just that just extracted the schematic. Okay, this is going to be an interesting one to do. So we're going to have to specify, we're going to have an input and an output, which means we're going to have, yeah, okay, this is going to be tricky. So input at the back, that's cool. We'll go with, you know what, we can probably, nope, we can't do that. Can't do that at all. It's like I've put these in just the wrong spot, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't really want to put that on the top of there either. We do want Well, actually, that's going to be a problem no matter what we do. So if we take... it was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. Let's throw that there quickly. Actually, that was just the schematic. Now see, my health isn't going down anymore, which is good, because I've got the suit on, so that's fine. We've dealt with it, but we're going to have to deal with 8.5 minutes of this ticking now. Alright, so we are going to need to... put this back there. Put that there. And have this output the top. That goes there. And hopefully this will just spit things out, and we're not gonna be too concerned with the stuff. All right, you know what? This is annoying. I'm gonna cut this here. I'm gonna wait for this sickness to go, and then I'll be back so that we can actually continue without this ridiculous radiation. See you in about 8 minutes. Okay, so the last couple of seconds. Whew, and we're done. Cool. Alright, so also while we were away, I managed to rig this up in a slightly better way. So we've got no loops around, you know, no loops and pipes, but everything should now... That one doesn't need to be one of those. One of those. And this should direct everything correctly, hopefully. So, we're going to need our hazmat suit on. We're going to make sure that we have... So what we're going to do is we're going to have 6 of those and tiny piles, 3 of those in here. So the active supply module needs to keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1, 2, 3 in there at all times. And that should craft and go back out. Awesome. So that's cool. Now we've got a bunch of scrap boxes already. Now I'm going to need to set up a spot for the scrap box, which is why I haven't done that yet. Just because it is going to be crazy when it starts producing these. So what we're going to have to do is get another one of these boxes, which is storage oak drawer. Sure. Have one of those and 6 of those. Grab our oak drawer. We're also going to need... Now we can put this... we've got nothing bad on us. Let's just... You know what, this is going to be temporary. So what we can do is we can just shove it there for now. And we're going to need to put these... damn it. There we go. We've got so much scrap coming into the system, it's just, yeah, it's a bit ridiculous. So we're going to need the update. So we were using this one, so because we've got tons of diamonds. So let's go for the diamond update. Do we have diamonds? Yep, most likely. Done. Cool. Awesome, and I even have some of those in stock. Fantastic. So we can build one of them pretty easily. Grab it like that. And then we're going to need to look at the scrap in here. So we're going to need to keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, not that many. 9. Bulk 50, bulk 100. Yeah, bulk 100. Should do. Infinite, partial, press mode. Yeah, bulk 50 should actually do it. You know what? We can make this run a lot faster if we bump that up to 18 and say infinite. What's going to happen with infinite? Wow, okay, so that's just doing the full stacks then. So let's go for full. Should keep it full. And the sucker experiment. Okay, so it's going slower, but that's okay. We can deal with it being slower. 37 of these. Awesome. So we're starting to get enriched fuel. We're going to do the tiny piles of lead ourselves, just because we haven't got any uranium left anyway. It just means in future when we start processing all of this stuff. You know what? That is not the best way to do it. I have this request table here, and I stubbornly don't use it anywhere near often enough. Awesome. 20 of those. Let's just switch it back into that. Throw the dust in there. Cool. Right, and we can throw these tiny piles back to sort. Awesome. So now what we should be getting is a ton of the scrap. 308. 310, and the scrap should be sinking. 15868. It is, but very, very slowly. We need this to be a lot faster. So we need this to be let's just do this. With a bit of luck, that'll just start ripping through it a lot faster. Wow, it's yeah, we can go faster. We can go faster. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep that stack of 64. We're going to go, let's just put one down and go, we want, take those out, we got 63, 63, 63, because these are nice multiples. Multiples of 9. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool. Okay, that's going to be a lot faster. Now, just make sure nothing's going to the wrong place. We've got nothing going here, nothing going here, nothing going here. We do have 60 of those now. And this here is rapidly rising, and the other one is hopefully rapidly going down. 10,000. Awesome. All right, so that's going to go down. I have planned to swap these over. I think I've got a dolly there. So what I'll do is I'll take that one out, put the scrap box one in. I will swap the, what is it, shift right click? Yeah, we'll swap the void upgrade to that one, and then we'll swap them around once they're done. Over here, we're finally ready to put something into here, but we need another provider extractor. So we need the extractor. So put the extractor there. We're going to need to put our hazmat suit on, and then we'll grab one of these, throw throw 4 of them in there, same as the others. And then the only thing we're also going to need to supply for here is we're going to need to supply these fuel rods. So that's going to be a little bit more interesting to do. And in fact, I'm conscious that this episode's already running quite a bit longer than I was anticipating. But what we should end up with is, so if we look at these, so it's an iron plate extruded. That's right. So we can do things like grab this, we will plate 64 of them and then extrude them to more. And we should end up with a whole bunch of fuel rods turning up somewhere. There we go, 19 of them. So there's 19 there that we had left over from last time. 20. Okay, so it's going to keep making more and putting them in that chest until this runs out. We're going to end up with some uranium left over, but not a big deal. I need to swap those over. The other thing that we're going to have to do is over here. Right, we don't need this anymore, but we do need... Wow, I'm going to need some more of those active supplier modules. So active supplier is, yeah, okay, so we need the passive. Use that, most likely done. 1, 2. I'm going to make 4 just because I have a funny feeling that I'm going to need to do a few more of these as we go. And then we're going to need that one, and we'll go 4. Cool, so that's that. No, wrong way. Because the thing I really wanted to get done this time around was at least to have the scrap going there. The correct scrap, as in the scrap box, which is a lot more long lasting than that. So we want to have you know, you might as well just keep a whole stack there. Keep a whole stack. Cool. And we're going to need to also link this somewhere. So if we piggyback off that, seeing as it's already the right sort of thing, and we should have some scrap coming. Hooray! 63. Cool. So now that that is on and we've got amplifier, we can actually, well, we can do away with the switch eventually. What I'm planning on doing is we'll make the Mass Fabricator only run when it has scrap, which I think I've done in another episode, although I'm not entirely... Yeah, there's some weird pipe things we can do for that. So, yeah, the logic gates and bits and pieces, I'm sure we can do that there. So I might leave that for next time, and we'll try and hook up some, maybe even automatically filling and emptying the reactor, just because this episode has run a bit longer than I was anticipating, but we have automated a ton of stuff. It just means that now whenever we get any of that uranium ore, it is automatically going to be completely processed into the correct sort of uranium, and then, is this the right one? Yes. And then automatically made into fuel rods, although at the moment we are running out of the empty fuel rods, so we're going to have to deal with that potentially next time as well. Down to 34, up to 27, awesome. Cool. All right, well, that is probably the end of this one. As always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.